before you start cleaning, right, you want to make sure that your gun is empty. So we'll do that right here on video. Okay, put the slide back. You'll see that there's no round in the chamber and there's no magazine inserted. This is very important right before you do maintenance. Make sure your handgun is empty. Very, very important. You don't want mishap to occur. Get your workspace ready, and here are some of the tools you will need. So the tools you'll need something to scrub and dry your firearm. You'll need picks, a brush, bore snake, and if you don't have a bore snake, you can use one of these here. I'll show you how to use it later. Some gloves, you don't need them. I recommend them to protect your hands from the chemicals. Then you'll need a CLP, and if you don't have CLP and you have just like a cleaner, then you'll need the cleaner and gun oil, but CLP works as both. So now that your firearm is empty, you'll start by take your slide back, and then your thumb here will push up, and your slide stays locked to the rear. After that, you'll get this lever on the left side of your gun and pull down like that until it's down. So then after you have that, you'll go to the bottom of your gun. They have this like pick here. Okay, this pick, you'll take it. So just to clarify, I do have the gun disassembled, but I just want to show you what I'm talking about. It's hard to see with the slide on. The yellow piece. Yep, that one, that yellow piece. Yep. So once you find that yellow piece with the slide locked to the rear and this lever down, what you do with this pick is you push that yellow lever down. You want it to be in the down position, not folded up. Then you will put your thumb here while holding your slide. Slowly let your slide come off the lower half. So right here, you have your recoil spring. The way you take that off is you just compress it a bit and then take it out. Right here is your barrel. You'll just take it out as like that. And then here you go. Now you have your 4 main components. So you have your recoil spring. This is super easy to clean. What I like to do is just the way it is. I'll take like a paper towel. This is the mechanic towels, right? Then I'll just give it a rub like this all around, and then I'll get that old dirty stuff off of it. And since it's like this, I'll get my CLP, and then I'll just give it some CLP. Not a lot, just a couple drops all along the spring. And then what I'll do is I'll get my fingers and just rub all that CLP onto my recoil spring on the ends, within the rings, and try to get as much as I can in. And pretty much that is how you maintenance the recoil spring. Super easy. This is the easiest thing to clean. It's probably my favorite component. If you do notice though that you have like a lot of buildup of like gunk on here and carbon, then you can go ahead and put the CLP on it, let it sit for maybe a minute, and then start scrubbing away, and then repeat the process of, you know, giving it a rub and then relubricating it, and then it's good to go. Okay, moving on. Now we have here the barrel. And the way that I like to clean the barrel is I'll start with getting my bore snake. If you don't have a bore snake, you'll use this, but the concept is the same in terms of how I use this bore snake, right? So you take your bore snake and you'll put it through the beginning of the barrel. You'll run this little bell through the beginning, let it exit out the end. You'll take your bore snake handle. You see how it says 9mm here? Okay, you'll orient it as such. You'll take your bell end and you'll feed it through. You'll feed it through until it catches, the ball catches inside here. So now it's here, and check this out. You pull to the rear, boom. The inside of your barrel is now pretty much clean, it's spotless. If you want to put a CLP or a lubricant in there, you can. Just make sure that you dry it so that there's only a very, very small film of anything in there. So now that you clean the inside of your barrel, what I like to do next is I'll take my CLP, and the CLP is not going to hurt your barrel. So I'll just put drops all along the length of my barrel. Reason why I do that is because the CLP breaks up all the gunk and carbon on like whatever it touches, and then I'll rub it all over the outside of my barrel. Even right here, the entry point where the ramp is, I'll rub it all along here, and I'll let it sit. After the carbon has been broken up, then you'll take your brush, your nylon brush, and then you'll just start scrubbing the exterior. Make sure you do a good job, be thorough. You see the smaller end on the nylon brush, you want to get in here in this little gap. Make sure you're scrubbing out anything that could be there. You don't want anything to just be building up over time. Pay special attention to the feed ramp here. If your nylon brush is, you know, doing the best it can, but carbon is still there, that's when you will go in there with your pick either metallic or polymer. If you use this metallic one, people get like kind of sketched because it's going to degrade maybe the finish of your barrel. But if that's an issue, you can use something this here to just put on top so that you can create a soft barrier as you're, you know, picking apart that harsh carbon. But nonetheless, right, once you feel like the job has been thorough enough to your liking, you'll take your towel here and just dry off all of that excess. Make sure you do a good job drying all that off. Don't worry about like it being so dry, because at the end, before reassembly, we're going to relubricate the vital areas, and I'll show you what those areas are. So now that's clean, we can leave that alone. Now, a little bit different with the slide. When you start with this, you want to get your towel here and just give a quick surface level cleaning with it. If your fingers are too fat, look at that. If your fingers are too fat and they can't fit in those small crevices, well, guess what? Boom, the pick, right? Just like that, to get in between those hard to reach places. And this is just a quick dry clean. You don't want CLP in there just yet, but look at how dirty that is. Okay, so after you gave it a dry like this, you move in with your brush, nylon brush, and just give it another like dry, like brush over. It's important that when you're cleaning the inside part right here, specifically right here, you want to clean that with a dry brush. You don't want to put a lot of lubrication there, because it's going to be bad for your gun to get CLP just dripping in here, and it's going to be bad for your gun to get CLP dripping in here. You don't want to lubricate these points, and you don't want CLP to seep in these points, right? In here too. You don't want CLP to seep in here. So the places where I put the CLP is right here, and I put it right here. And we'll use a pick or a brush to get in between those hard to reach places. Slide is pretty much done. It's pretty much clean. Now we're moving on to the lower half of your firearm. You want to just give it a quick brush with a dry towel right here. Just get the surface level stuff off as much as you can. Then go in there with this brush, dry. Okay, get in here. Okay, cool. Now you get your CLP, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to CLP. You want to put CLP here, here, here. You want to put it in here, a little bit here. You want to put CLP here, 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 and here. Okay. Make sure you don't get a lot of CLP dripping in here. So if you're gonna put CLP to clean this area, put it on a patch and rub it. Okay. So here, here, a little bit here.
Essentially, when you put the CLP, just rub it in with your finger. After you do that, you brush it out as much as you can.
Also, you could put CLP on your brush. You can put it on your brush. Okay, now that you've done that, you'll take your towel and just rub off the excess dirty CLP that may be residual. Man, I wish I could show it before and after, but that's night and day difference. So those metallic pieces in there where that spring is at, okay, they were like black. They were black. What color are they now, monks?
They're silver.
They're silver. Now we're gonna get into the lubrication points. You can use CLP, it's a great option. And if you have CLP that has a needle like this, that's even better, so you can put the precise amount of lubrication on your components. So when you relubricate, you want to pay attention to the metallic areas that are in contact with the slide as it shoots and reciprocates. Those are the vital points you're going to want to lubricate so that it doesn't create excessive wear on your firearm. And you can also tell, if you don't know the other places where you're supposed to lubricate, you could tell where to lubricate, because if you look at the metallic pieces here, you can see that there's wear marks. Any place that has a mark that shows that it's wearing in that area, that's a piece that you are gonna want to lubricate. This is not CLP, this is just a gun lubricant. Right here. Just like that. Just like that. Here, we'll put a dot right there. I like to put lubrication along like the, right there, look, it has wear right there, it has wear right here, wear right there. It has a little bit of wear right here and right here. And I'll put lubricant right there, not a lot, just a little. Yeah, okay. So those are the points that have a lot of wear. I'll rub it in, let it sit, let it set, let it sit. Going on to your slide, not in here, and also not here. So lubricate along the insides of your slide, like right here. You don't need a lot, but lubricate along the inside of your other side, and lubricate along the inside of your slide, just like that. And lubricate right here, You see that wear is starting to occur right there. I like to lubricate the actual like top right here. Just like that, super nice, super simple. And to lubricate right here. Right there, okay, rub it in, just like that. Do you see all that reflection right there and all that? Mm-hmm. You don't want to do too much, but the excess, you want to just dry off the excess. Difference right there. Better. Okay, for your barrel, okay, same thing. For your barrel, like you could use CLP. It really is, like I said, CLP does not hurt your barrel, but I'll use this oil here. So just get it all along your barrel.
Okay.
In here, put a little drop in there. Rub it in. Rub it up, scrub dub, all in. Ski. You want to lubricate the feed ramp here? There you go. And this is pretty much lubricated. Cool. This is already cleaned and lubricated. The CLP, the residual clean CLP on it, it's good to go. So now the reassembly of your firearm. You'll take your slide, right? You have your back irons and your front post, right? So just flip it upside down. Where your front post is, right? That side, you'll get your barrel, and then you will put your barrel in first, like this. Make sure that your barrel is seated rearward, as far as it can go. You'll take your recoil spring, this painted side, this blue side, here, in the front end. You want it to seat here. Recoil spring, compress it a bit, and it seats right there. You'll take your slide, and these grooves right here, boom, boom, right here. Watch. Groove and groove. Okay. You'll take your slide and push it all the way rear. Lock your slide, push this back forward, and then you can let it go forward.
Also, don't forget, the final part of your reassembly would be the pick. Just put it back in the bottom of the gun, and then we can start the functions check.
If you're in a free state, you don't need this. But if you're in a communist state like California, you need this, okay? Make sure it's empty. Seriously, make sure it's empty. No rounds in this magazine. You'll insert it, and to do a functions check, take your safety off, okay? And then you will pull the trigger, boom, right here, the click, hold finger on the trigger, then give this thing a little slide right here, rack it, right there until the slide comes back forward, and you release the trigger. You should hear a click. That's the reset. Then you'll do it one more time, do it again, okay? You should hear the reset. There you go. Put the weapon on safe. It shouldn't be able to shoot, and that's it. Now that's the functions check. Your weapon is good to go. After you did your functions check and everything's good, give the frame a wipe down. Oops. Give the frame a good wipe down from any excess CLP or lubricant, okay? And that's the end. If you enjoyed my video, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. If you have any questions about what I just did, put it in the comments so I can clarify if I missed anything. If you have any ideas for future videos, put it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a good day.